What's going on, guys? Kaz Cray back with another New York Jets franchise video, and this time we are playing against my least favorite team in the NFL, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, I've mentioned this before, I am a Tennessee Titans fan, so if you guys know anything about the AFC South, you know the Titans and Jaguars are probably the biggest rivalry in the division, arguably, maybe Titans-Texans, but I despise the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Titans and Jaguars have been rivals pretty much since the Jaguars have been in the NFL, so like 95, 96. But before we get into the game action, I just want to show you the moves I made before the game. We did trade Sheldon Richardson to the Seahawks. We got their first, second, and fifth round picks this year, giving up our 2 third-round picks, so Richardson no longer a Jet. We also traded Quincy Enunwa to the Panthers for their second-round pick this year. And we also signed a few guys. We signed Denard Robinson, the former Michigan quarterback and Jaguars running back. We also signed Kevin White, who the Bears released after preseason. So that gives us more receiver depth with Enunwa gone. We also signed Orlando Franklin in order to move Brian Winters to right tackle. Just haven't been very happy with how Brandon Shell's played at right tackle, so I'm moving Winters over. He's a better pass blocker, so we'll see how that goes. We also moved Leonard Williams back to defensive end. He was playing nose guard for the first few games. And we also signed Ego Ferguson, giving us more defensive end depth, the former Chicago Bear. So we'll see how all these moves pan out for us in this game. Some of these guys will be playing, some of them won't. But hopefully they work out. There's more just for depth. But anyways, we're going to get this game started. The Jaguars are going to start with the ball. Blake Bortles is starting quarterback, of course. He has 5 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Not really a too impressive season for him so far. We'll see how it goes. So 1st and 10 for the Jags. Here's the fake. Here's Bortles. He's going to run. No, he's going to throw it deep. And Marcus May with the interception, but he might have pushed off. He did push off indeed, and they're going to call pass interference on May. So already the Jaguars in prime position to start this game off with some points. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line now. Here's the handoff to Chris Ivory, the former Jet. He goes nowhere. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 11 for the Jags. Here's Bortles. It's going to go left side. There's Allen Robinson. Robinson tackled out of bounds. Should have been an unnecessary roughness call on us, but luckily it's not. Here's Ivory again. He gets blown up. Nowhere to go for him, and the Jaguars will be forced to kick a field goal. So here's Colin Kaepernick starting his 4th game for the Jets. Stats are looking better than Bortles, but still not a great season for Kaepernick so far. It's been really inaccurate for the most part, but we'll see what he does today. Here's Kaepernick, first play of the game. He's going to find Stewart. Ardarius Stewart, of course, making his first start with the Enunwa gone. 1st down for the Jets. Here's the fake to Forte. Kaepernick going right side. Greg can't hold on to it, and the Jets are going to get called for a holding penalty. That's going to back him up 10 yards. So 1st and 20 now for the Jets. Here's Kaepernick. He's going to go over the middle, and he finds Ardarius Stewart, and Stewart is off to the races. Nobody's going to catch him, and the Jets are going to take a 7-3 lead. A beautiful play by Kaepernick and Stewart. Kaepernick has been struggling more or less. Not a great throw, but a good enough throw for Stewart to catch it in stride and get the touchdown. And the Jets are going to take a 7-3 lead over the Jacksonville Jaguars. So Jags ball at the 30-yard line. Here's Bortles. He steps up and throws, and he finds Lewis. And Lewis able to get past the 40-yard line of the Jets, and the Jags once again in very good field position. So here's a 1st and 10. Ivory on the carry, and he's blown up in the backfield and fumbles it. Jamal Adams picks it up, and he's going to be gone now. A 58-yard fumble return for a touchdown. Leonard Williams with a huge hit on Chris Ivory. Adams picks it up, and he takes it all the way back for a touchdown. So the Jets are up 14-3. And we'll see what the Jaguars can do now with the ball at the 42-yard line. Here's Bortles. Going to go right side, finds Allen Hurns in the flat. And Hurns is going to get out past midfield now at the 47-yard line. So 1st and 10 Jags now. Here's a handoff to Ivory. Ivory spins out a man, and he breaks another tackle. Ivory might be gone. No, he's brought down at the 17-yard line. So a big gain to make up for that fumble. And the Jags have it deep in Jets territory, but Ivory's going to fumble it again, and it's recovered by the Jets. So Ivory, who's starting in place of Leonard Fournette, who's injured, already has 2 fumbles, and we're not even halfway through the first quarter. And Kaepernick is going to get sacked on 3rd and 3. Yannick Ngakoue on the sack. And the Jets will give it right back. They do nothing with the fumble. So now here's the Jags on a 3rd and 6. Here's Bortles. And he's going to be sacked now. That's Jamal Adams on the blitz. And the Jaguars will have to punt it right back to the Jets. And let's see what the Jets can do now. It's a 3rd and 12 at the 6. Kaepernick finds Anderson. Anderson down at the 26-yard line for a 20-yard gain. Kaepernick starting off the game very well. Here's Forte on the carry. Forte has a hole, but gets stopped at the 39-yard line, a first down, but he had the potential for a lot more yards right there. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Forte, and Forte blown up in the backfield now. So that brings up a 3rd and 13. Here's Kaepernick. Gonna go right side, looking for Anderson. Anderson can't haul it in. And that'll end the first quarter. The Jets playing their best quarter of football all season, leading 14-3 over the Jaguars. Let's see if they can keep it up. So the Jags start the second quarter with a 3rd and 3 at their own 37. Here's Bortles. Going to go left side, nearly intercepted. That's Rontez Miles making a diving attempt at the interception, but couldn't bring it in. So Jags punted away again. Here's a 3rd and 6 for the Jets. Kaepernick rolls out right. He's going to throw, and he finds Ardarius Stewart. Stewart pushed out at the 42-yard line, so the Jets once again in Jaguar territory. Here's a 2nd and 10. Kaepernick going to throw right. He finds Forte, and Forte gets out at the 33-yard line, so 3rd and 2 for the Jets in the I formation. Here's Kaepernick. Hands it off to Bilal Powell, and Powell's first carry of the game goes for 5 yards on the first down. So 1st and 10. Here's Kaepernick. He's going to run up the middle. He tries to slide, and the ball comes out. And the Jaguars will pick it up. Colin Kaepernick tried to slide, but he's hit as he tried to and gives the ball up. So the Jaguars now have possession. Hopefully that doesn't shift momentum too much. Here's Bortles. He's going to go right side, and he finds Lewis for a big first down. So 1st and 10 from the 44. Bortles going left side now. And a huge catch by Allen Hurns, and Hurns is brought down at the 7-yard line. The Jaguars deep in Jets territory yet again, but can they make another stop? Here's a 2nd and goal, and Bortles is smacked. That's Lorenzo Malden, who came off the edge unblocked. And the Jaguars now have 3rd and goal from their 7-yard line. Here's Bortles again. Plenty of time to throw the ball, and he finds his man right over the middle. That's Marquise Lee for the touchdown. So the Jaguars able to cut into the Jets' lead. Jets up 14-10 now. So let's see how the Jets respond. It's a 1st and 10 carry for Forte. Forte goes outside. Plenty of space, and he gets another first down. Forte running much better than he had the first few games of the season. Let's see if he can keep it up. Here's a 3rd and 3. Kaepernick back to pass. He's going to run it this time. Hopefully he slides. Nah, he's going to get out of bounds, but gets the first down. And now a 2nd and 7 from the 49. Here's Kaepernick on the fake. Going over the middle, and he finds Barnage. Barnage loses the ball now. Jaguars football yet again. As Barnage just popped over the middle after he made the catch. He did have possession of it, so they'll call it a fumble. Here's Ivory on the counter. Ivory stiff arms the defender, and he fumbles it again. This time the Jags recover. So that's 3 fumbles in the first half for Chris Ivory. Jets just not able to capitalize on it. So now 2nd and 1. Here's the fake to Ivory. And Bortles plenty of time to throw. He'll go right side, and Hurns can't bring it in. So an incomplete. Now a 3rd and 1. Here's Bortles on the option. He keeps it. Bortles breaks a tackle, and he's brought down at the 36-yard line. A great run for Blake Bortles. He is athletic to a certain extent. Now a 3rd and 8 for the Jags. He's going to go left side, and he finds Lewis. Lewis able to get to the 22-yard line. So another first down for the Jags. So we're past the 2-minute warning now. Here's Bortles. Back to pass. Goes over the middle, and he finds Lewis again for another first down. So after Few big plays early in the game. The Jets defense is starting to go back to their old form. Here's Bortles, right side, and Lee with another touchdown catch, his second of the game. And now the Jaguars take a 17-14 lead. Let's see if the Jets can answer. Here's Kaepernick under pressure. He finds Chris Gregg over the middle, and Gregg gets to about the 39-yard line on the first down. Kaepernick not having too bad of a game so far, 10 for 14. Here's Kaepernick on 1st and 10, 30 seconds to go, and Kaepernick is sacked. That's Calais Campbell on the sack. That brings up a 3rd and 21 for the Jets. Kaepernick going to go deep now, and Anderson can't get to it. Very good defense by Jalen Ramsey on the play. And that's about it. We're going to go to halftime now. 17-14, the Jaguars lead after a very good first quarter from the Jets. They just followed up with a very dry second quarter. 2 fumbles pretty much put the Jaguars in position to take the lead in this game. And the Jets secondary yet again playing very poorly. Let's see if they can pick it up second half. We've been saying that all game. It hasn't happened yet. So now 3rd and 5 to start the third quarter. Here's Kaepernick right side to Barnidge. And Barnidge going to be brought down just shy of the first down marker. But the Jets are going to go for it on 4th and inches. Just not a lot to lose for this team at this point as Hauser takes the carry. And Julian Hauser, the fullback, just barely gets the first down. So now 2nd and 7 for the Jets after the risk. Here's Forte. And Forte is going to take this in the Jaguars' territory. Gets to the 44-yard line on the screenplay. So another first down for the Jets as they're starting to threaten now. Here's Kaepernick under pressure, and he's going to be sacked on 3rd and 11. That's Malik Jackson, the former Bronco, on the sack. So the Jags will get the ball right back. Here's Ivory. Ivory up the middle, breaks a few tackles, and gets to the 45-yard line, and another first down for the Jags. Now it's 2nd and 5. The draw play to Ivory. Ivory shakes off Miles and May, and he's gone, it looks like. Yes, he is. Breaks 3 tackles on his way into the end zone. The Jets defense just has a huge breakdown, and the Jaguars have now scored 21 unanswered. And the Jets offense really needs to wake up at this point. Here's a 3rd and inches, and Forte is stuffed. And the Jets will go 3 and out yet again. So this offense really needs to wake up. Here's Ivory on the carry for Jacksonville, and Ivory gets to the 29-yard line. He's running much harder than he did earlier in the game. 134 yards for him on 18 carries so far. Here's Bortles rolling right, and he throws, and it's caught. But the Jags are going to be stopped short, so they'll give it to the Jets again. The Jets starting in poor field position right now as Kaepernick finds Stewart. And Stewart is hurt yet again. He did get hurt in preseason and missed the entire preseason after getting hurt the first game against Tennessee. And hopefully he's not out for way too long because the Jets are definitely going to need him as the number 2 receiver. But Robbie Anderson's going to step up to the number 2 spot now as Kaepernick overthrows Stevie Johnson, picked off by A.J. Bouye. And Bouye is going to try to get to the end zone but gets tackled at the 11-yard line. And the Jets just starting to melt down right now. So 1st and 10 for the Jags as Bortles finds Michael Rivera. Rivera gets the first down, but he's hurt on the play. So Mercedes Lewis is the main tight end for the Jaguars, but Michael Rivera, the free agent signing, definitely a big part of the offense as well. Hopefully he doesn't miss too much time for Jacksonville. And Ardarius Stewart dislocated his elbow, who won't return to this game. I don't imagine he'll be back anytime soon either. So that's a tough loss as Ivory going to get the toss, and he's going to take it into the end zone. So his 2nd touchdown on the game, he cuts it inside, and nobody's there to stop him. So now it's 28 unanswered for the Jaguars as Kaepernick comes into the game. He tries to run it, and he is dragged down. That's Jones on the sack. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 13 for the Jets. Just struggling in this third quarter. Here's Kaepernick again. He throws left side, and Johnson's able to draw an interference call on Jalen Ramsey. Ramsey, who's having a pretty solid game so far, just makes a mistake right there. So now 3rd and 10 later in the drive. Kaepernick's going to find Johnson this time. And Johnson gets to the 35-yard line of Jacksonville. And a first down for the Jets. So the Jets offense starting to drive now. Starting to get some life. Here's Kaepernick on the fake. He's going to step back. He throws and just overthrows Lucky Whitehead. incomplete. So the Jets will have to kick a field goal. Here's Blair Walsh. And Walsh had enough, but he just hooks it left off the crossbar, so no good for the Jets as it remains 31-14. Here's Bortles, and he's going to be sacked now. That's Jordan Jenkins, who came in unblocked, cut inside, and was able to get to Bortles. That's going to end the third quarter. The Jets yet again struggling against this Jaguars team that they really should be in this game with, but unfortunately they're not. So 3rd and 18 now for Bortles. He has plenty of time to throw now. Goes left side. He's going to find Hearns. Hearns jukes out a defender, breaks a tackle, and Hearns is going to have a touchdown now. So another big gain for a touchdown given up by this Jets defense. 68 yards, and that's now 35 unanswered for the Jaguars between the second and fourth quarters. So 2nd and 10 for Kaepernick as he tries to get the Jets back into this game. He's going to slide out of bounds, gets to the 46 of the Jaguars. Now 1st and 10. Here's the screen to Forte. Forte, plenty of space, and he might be able to take this in. And he's going to get brought down at the 1-yard line, just shy of the end zone. So here's Kaepernick, and he's going to fumble the ball in the sack. Jaguars recover. So the Jets blow an opportunity to get back into this game. Just Kaepernick under pressure, just tried to make a play and ends up giving up the ball. So a 3rd and 10 for the Jags. Here's TJ Yeldon checking into the game. And his first carry of the game is going to go for 13 yards. Jets really need to stop right here. And they're going to get it. Lorenzo Malden sacks Blake Bortles, and Bortles costs it up. Jordan Jenkins recovers it and returns it for a touchdown. And the Jets finally get on the board for the first time since the first quarter. So now they'll go for 2. They need 3 2-point conversions along with 3 touchdowns in this game. And Kaepernick's going to run this one in. Now a 38-22 game, and anything's possible right now. Jets down 16. You never know what could happen. Here's a 3rd and 1. Bortles is going to find D.D. Westbrook, and Westbrook breaks a tackle. Westbrook, the rookie out of Oklahoma, the Heisman candidate from last year, gets to the 15-yard line. So a 1st down for the Jags, and they're in position to put this game away. Here's Bortles. Bortles tries to run it on the option, and he's face masked by Demario Davis. And now the Jaguars get even closer. Davis really didn't need to face mask him right there. But now 1st and goal for the Jags. Ivory gets the carry, and he fumbles it. Picked up by Wilkerson, and the Jets are in business yet again. The 4th fumble of the game for Chris Ivory. So the Jets now have new life. Here's Kaepernick. He's going to go deep, and he finds Robbie Anderson. Anderson tackled at the 39-yard line. A big 1st down for the Jets as they try to make this a game again. Now 2nd and 22 after a penalty. Here's Kaepernick. He's going to roll right. He's going to run this one, and he's going to fumble it out of bounds. And he gets to the 37-yard line of Jacksonville. So here's a huge 3rd and 9 right here. Kaepernick in the throw, and he finds his man Lucky Whitehead for a 1st down. So now a 1st and 10 for the Jets. Kaepernick going to find Barnage. Barnage gets to the 3-yard line. So the Jets go no huddle. Here's Kaepernick on the fake. He's going to throw it to Barnage, and Barnage in the end zone for a touchdown. So pending the 2-point conversion that they absolutely have to go for, the Jets are going to be down by 1 possession with 4 minutes to go. Here's Kaepernick. He's going to roll out right. He scored on the last 2-point conversion, and he scores on this one. Kevin White got in his way, but it doesn't matter. The Jets are down 8 now with 4 minutes to go. Can they complete the comeback? They got to stop Jacksonville on this drive first. Here's Bortles under pressure. Malden can't bring him down, but Bortles just throws it away. So the Jets get the ball back with 3 minutes to go. Here's Kaepernick. He's going to go right side, and there's Kevin White. And White with the completion for a 1st down. Another 1st down there at the 41-yard line. Here's Kaepernick. Going to go over the middle. There's Forte. Just shy of the 1st down marker. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and inches as the Jets go no huddle again. Here's Forte on the screen, and Forte gets to about the 30-yard line on the 1st down. 2-minute warning for the Jets now. So a 2nd and 10 from the 30. Here's Kaepernick. He's going to run it this time. No, he looks like he's looking downfield still. No, he's just going to run it. Gets 2 yards, and that brings up a 3rd and 8 for the Jets. Here's Kaepernick. Gonna run it this time, and he's gonna slide just before the first down marker, so it's gonna bring up a 4th and inches for the Jets. And they're just gonna give it to Hauser again. Hauser with the first down, and he gets face masked. So the Jets are gonna get the ball half the distance to the goal line now. What an exciting ending to this game we have. Here's Kaepernick. He's gonna roll out right. Looks like he's gonna run. He's gonna get pushed out of bounds at the 1-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. They're going to give the ball Powell, and Powell is piled up at the 3-yard line. So big stop by Jacksonville. Here's 3rd and goal. Kaepernick over the middle, and he finds Anderson for the touchdown. And the Jets are just a 2-point conversion away from capping off an amazing 4th quarter comeback. Here's Kaepernick in the shotgun. He's going to roll left. He's trying to run it, but he just doesn't have the energy to, and he's sacked. Calais Campbell brings him down. And the Jets are now trailing by 2 with 52 seconds to go. And Blair's going to kick the onside kick. Westbrook with the recovery. So the Jets do have all 3 timeouts. So they should get the ball back with about 30 seconds or so. If they can make the stop, and they do, they'll use their last timeout with 40 seconds to go. And now they have one more chance with 34 seconds to go to drive down the field. Here's Kaepernick. Going to go deep and nearly intercepted by Jalen Ramsey. It's a poor throw by Kaepernick, and he hears it from the fans. So a 2nd and 10, Anderson in motion. Here's Kaepernick. He's going to throw right side, and Barnage has the ball broken up. So now a 3rd and 10 with 25 seconds to go. They're going to run a screen. Forte, and he is brought down. So a double whammy for the Jets. They lose 3 yards, and they had to hurry back to the line. Kaepernick throws deep to White. And White makes the catch, but he's nowhere near the sideline, and that's going to end the game for the Jets. As the Jaguars hold on 38-36. They scored 35 unanswered points, but then the Jets answered with 22 straight points of their own. And the difference is a failed 2-point conversion by the Jets offense. I know it's not saying a whole lot, but this was probably the best game for the New York Jets this season. Just looking at the first 3 games, they played a great first quarter. Didn't play great in the second quarter, played horribly in the third, but most of the fourth they played very well offensively and defensively as Jacksonville was just trying to run the clock out. But the Jets were in this game. If Kaepernick doesn't fumble on that drive when we're in the red zone and he just gets sacked, this game probably would have had a different result. The Jets probably would have won. But unfortunately, that's not what happened. Got to give Jacksonville their credit. They came out to play for 4 quarters. The Jets did not. And that is the difference in the game. I felt like Colin Kaepernick played much better than he did the first 3 games, even though he did have that really poor throw in the 3rd quarter, which was picked off. But overall, he did have a few overthrows still, but I feel like he passes a lot better. The run game showed flashes of looking good, but overall, Kaepernick still led the team in rushing yards, so that's still not a good thing. We got to get Forte and Powell going. But I'm happy with the move of Brian Winters to right tackle. He played much better than Brandon Shell did. And even Orlando Franklin played alright as well. But Calvin Beachum with another tough game as well. Gave up 2 sacks, I want to say. I think that's what I saw. Yeah, 2 sacks. I mean, we forced a lot of turnovers in this game, but we just were not able to capitalize on all of them. We capitalized on some of them. We did have a fumble return for a touchdown. 2 of them, as a matter of fact. But there were a few where we went 3 and out right after getting the ball back, and you can't do that against a team like this. But again, you got to give credit to the Jaguars. Now, if anybody questions the onside kick call, that's really the only call I regret in this game. I probably should have just kicked it deep, giving Kaepernick and the offense more space to go, like if we were able to get the stop right there. I mean, we had 3 timeouts, so the onside kick may have been a little premature, but oh well. But anyways, we play the Cleveland Browns next. The Browns were undefeated until they played their Week 4 game against the Bengals. Deshaun Kaiser threw 5 interceptions, but he also threw 4 touchdown passes. So he's not to be taken lightly, especially with how bad our secondaries played. Isaiah Crowell had a decent game running the ball, 22 carries, 85 yards. But Josh Gordon and Kenny Britt both had 2 touchdown catches each. So Morris Claiborne and PJ Williams are going to have their hands full with those 2. Hopefully we're able to stop Kaiser. I mean, I like Deshaun Kaiser out of Notre Dame. He does turn the ball over a little too much, but I like him as a quarterback. I think he has a bright future. As long as the Browns can build around him correctly, they should be fine. Now, Giovanni Bernard had over 100 yards rushing against the Browns, but he also had 27 carries, so I don't expect Forte to get 27 carries in this game because we're more of a passing team anyways. But if we can get him his carries, hopefully we might be able to get him going against the Browns defense. They're a very young, inexperienced defense, so we'll have to see what we can do. The offense is very inexperienced, and losing our Darius Stewart was not good for us at all. So I think I forgot to show you guys the week 3 top players, so like just pause the video right there if you want to see those. So the top players for this week are Aaron Rodgers, Everson Griffin, Tom Brady, and Young from the Patriots. So I'm going to show you guys the stats so far this year. Here's Kaepernick. He has 9 touchdown passes to 6 interceptions. His completion percentage is getting better week by week. And Kaepernick actually leads the team in rushing yards, so the run blocking has to improve because Forte is averaging 2.1 yards per carry. Forte does lead the team in receptions and receiving. Nah, he's 3rd on the team in receiving yards, but the receivers have to get more involved. Kelvin Beacham's allowed 7 sacks this year. Brandon Shell, who's on the bench now, allowed 7 as well. Demario Davis has 46 tackles this year. Lorenzo Malden leads the team in sacks with 4.5. He has an interception return and has forced a few fumbles as well. And Blair Walsh, he's only played 2 games so far. He missed a field goal this past game. Lack Edwards doing a pretty good job punting. That's probably the one thing we can really say that we do well, punting, because we have so much practice at it, I guess. And Lucky Whitehead hasn't really been able to bust through for a long kick return yet, but hopefully he can do that at some point. And he's only had 5 punt returns, mostly fair catches for him. So those are our stats so far in the season. And just a reminder, I forgot to show the graphic, but our Darius Stewart is going to be out for about 5 weeks with his injury. Unfortunately, very unfortunate for that to happen to him. But we'll have to see what Robbie Anderson, Kevin White, and Lucky Whitehead can do in the passing game. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, hit the like button, hit the sub button, and let me know in the comments how you felt about the ending of this game. I thought it was a really good game. Just didn't end the way I wanted it to, and I hate losing to the Jaguars in Madden. But anyways, thank you guys so much. I am going to post some predictions for week 1 of the NFL season pretty soon, probably before the Patriots-Chiefs game tomorrow. So just get set for that. Got more NCAA coming as well, so stay tuned, guys. You have a wonderful rest of your day, night, or whenever you're watching this video. I'm out. Deuces.